Himalayas and beyond, esteemed faculty members, heads of various departments, cherished parents, distinguished members of press, and most importantly, the brilliant minds of tomorrow's, my dear future engineers, a radiant, very good morning to one and all. Thank you. It is my immense privilege to stand before you as we gather to celebrate an epochal milestone, Graduation Day 2025 of Gausia College of Engineering. Today we honor not just academic excellence, but resilience, perseverance, and indomitable spirit that shaped these graduates into the engineers they are today. I, Mohammad Zamar Zozekh, Electrical Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and co-convener of today's event, express my profound gratitude for entrusting me with the honor of hosting this grand celebration of knowledge and achievement. To begin with, I would like to call Mr. Abdul Rahman, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, to invocate the program and enlighten our souls by the glorious verses from the Holy Quran.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. Translation for the holy verses of Quran. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, He shall say, Oh, would that I had sent before for this my life. On that day shall no one chastise with his chastisement, and no one shall bind with his binding. O soul that art at rest, return to your Lord, well pleased with Him, well pleasing Him. So enter among my servants and enter to my garden. Jazakumullahu khairan jazak.
For those soul-stringing words. Ladies and gentlemen, behind every thriving institution stands a visionary leader, a man of humble origin but extraordinary resolve, whose unwearying dedication has woven the very fabric of this college's culture. It is my honor to invite a dynamic force of inspiration, our beloved principal, Dr. N.S. Kumar, to deliver the welcome address and felicitate our gathering. Please, sir.
Good morning to you all my dear friends. First, I am also happy to welcome our honorary secretary, son of Janab Mumtab Samad Khan, Umar Sahib. Also, both brothers, Dr. Nagabhushana, he is very young, around 84 years, and his brother, 82 years. Both have agreed to come today. It is our great honor. So, at the outset, I will introduce Dr. Nagabhushana, then we will. I am very happy to introduce Dr. Nagabhushana, 1942 born. He is BSc 1960, Mysore University, BTech 1963, Indians of Science, ME 65, in IISc, PhD 72, IISc. He has got a very good career and he is retired as a chairman and for high voltage engineering, electrical. Very happy. In 2004 he is retired. He was a faculty from 65 to 2004. He was a visiting professor for University of South Carolina, US. Visiting professors for reputed so many engineering colleges, including excellent defense of civilian sectors, DRDO, and he was also for ADA, ADA means students should know. It is Aeronautical Development Agency. He has got a lot of major achievements. Briefly, within 2 minutes, I am covering. BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center. He has supervised projects and he has developed LCA, Lightning Production Device for Light Combat Aircraft, and also ISRO, lot of projects. He has got more than 4 patents and 100 and definitely above publications in all Q1 scopus, which I used to tell. And he has guided 16 PhDs and MS Engineering 6. He was the chairman for the recruitment board of DRDO, recruitment board, and also National Advisory Committee, Power Grid Corporation of India, and he has won lot of awards and honors. Fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, Academic Excellence from DRDO, Outstanding Service Award, IEEE, US, and also R&D Award from Development of for Impulse Voltage Generator from BHEL. Lot of awards, lot of this one, more than 40 pages. So it was very difficult for me. I can condense to 1 page. We are very much happy, sir. You are with us, Dr. Nagabhushana. I request our Honorary Secretary to honor him and please accept my request. Very happy to welcome again Dr. Gurumurthy. He was working in this college for 5 years, 2002 to 2007. He is the guide of Dr. Ansari, who was our principal last 2 years back, and he is also in par with his brother. He is the younger brother, and all the 4 brothers in his house are Indians of Science, PhDs. Just now I came to know. Very happy. So I welcome Dr. Gurumurthy, excellent. He is also high voltage. His brother Dr. Nagabhushana also high voltage, but they are very, don't worry, they are very calm. High voltage, their subject. So they are very, I was very happy to be associated with him because as I am here since 35 years, I have worked with Dr. Gurumurthy. He was also in-charge principal in so many times. Excellent Dr. Gurumurthy. Now I request our Honorary Secretary to honor him. Please accept, sir, Gurumurthy. For every occasion, every week he comes, he is encouraging all of us, and I am really happy, and I request our Professor Ejaz Ahmad, Administrative Officer, to welcome him. Please accept. Administrative Officer who is here since 93. So he is my very close friend and he is the backbone of all these activities. I request our honorary secretary to honor him and I am very happy to welcome our Ejaz Ahmad, administrative officer. Main convener is our Dr. Dilshad Begum, Computer Science Head of the Department. I welcome you, Madam. I request our AO to welcome her. Please accept, Madam. I am very happy to place before all the who have gathered here along with our chief guests both from Indian Institute of Science, our college. This college, what we did for 1 year and the history of the institute, already we have briefed him. He was highly happy. Our started in 1980, this college, Gausia College of Engineering, 45 years back. And we are very happy. I took over the charge as principal after serving 35 years in this college in the Department of Civil from October 2024. Thank you for the management. We have got NAC accreditation for 5 years, sir, till 2028. NAC, we have got the accreditation. You all know the value of it. Then we got NBA just 2 days back. We got the results again for computer science and engineering for 3 years till 28. Second milestone. Next, we have opened BE in cyber security, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics and AI courses which got approved from AICTE and VTU for this year. All the 4 branches. Next milestone is diploma is also sanctioned from Director of Technical Education, visited twice in the month of 5/11/24 and 25 January. They sanctioned diploma in computer science, electronics, electrical and civil. We got approved. So we are having diploma, UG, 3G and PhD courses. Then we have their doctorate. Dr. Omar Khan Durrani in July 24, Rajeshwari ma'am, February 25, Dr. Vinay Kumar, February 25, and Buran Basha from SRM University. So 3 people from VTU, 1 from SRM. Congratulations, just I wanted to tell you. Next point is guideship. After getting PhD, what to do is the question. So I feel they have to guide. It's a continuous process. So I am very happy that VTU has accepted Dr. Atikullah from Civil, Syed Salim Pasha from Mechanical, Dr. Ravindra Kumar, Electronics, Dr. Shahina Madam from Physics, Dr. Jyoti from Mathematics have become guides. Now they can take 5 students each. So it's a continuous process. That is the first part. Next, any college will be evaluated by number of patents. All IIT has got the patent, Indian patent, ornamental features of an inventory tracking device. Then 2 more patents, one from UK, another from Germany. I got it along with for civil department, concrete filled bridge panels and integrated system for modeling. These 2 patents. So 2 abroad we have got, 1 Indian we have got patents. So I request all to do it. Next is, I am very happy to tell that one of our student Tejaswini got 7th rank in VTU exam 2. We have got more than 20 research papers in national journals, more than 20. In all the research journals, 2 months once, either physics, chemistry or civil or electronics or computer science, every staff is trying to publish. For 1 year, we have got 10 and 20. We are not only good in academics, I want to inform. Sports. Mr. Arman Ayub Shah, 4th semester student of AI. He got gold medal in kickboxing in international event Combat Sports Festival held at Bombay 2024 December. International kickboxing gold medalist. Then our institute is also a member of IIC, Institute Innovation Council, a program from MOE, Ministry of Education. More than 10 expert lectures were organized. We are also member of NDLI, National Digital Library of IIT Kharagpur. We have got more than 8 lectures on behalf of it. And NPTEL courses, YM courses from IIT Madras. Our students, they have got more than 10 students have undergone the courses, and more than 10 have got BE honors degree from VTU along with regular BE degree, and minor degree is also introduced. So I am very happy to place before you. I feel we are inferior to none. So this is my homework, so this is what I wanted to plan. We are not inferior to none as of today. We will try to improve further. We are also having a virtual lab from NITK Surathkal, and we are having a nodal center. Mr. Ganeshan is the coordinator, and for NDLI, our HOJ chief librarian is the coordinator, and we have got fifth position in 2024, and now we are having first position in number of this one. This one, virtual lab, we are having first position till May. We have got the proof from Surathkal. That is number one among NITs. So IITs, NITs, we are participants. So only thing left over is abroad. That is our next aim. This is a brief bio, this one, all activities of our college. Along with, I wanted to inform to our chief guest and all of you, we have got the alumni since 45 years. What are we doing? Excellent alumni are there. First batch, 80-84, some of the prominent are Chandra Arya, 2 times he is the MP of Canada. He is our student. Second is Sri Kumar Brahmanandan, same batch. He has started in Dubai. GCE president is the president of GCE Alumni Association in Dubai. He had come last week. Dr. Abdul Khadir, he started lot of institutions, if you Google, in Bidar, along with all abroad. He is our student in 80-84 batch. Dr. S.M. Ali, who had come last week as a chief guest. He is the 86-90 student. He is the member secretary of the Indian Society of Technical Education, New Delhi, number 1 institute. Next is Parvez Ahmad Siddiqui, is a student of civil. I remember 89-93 batch. He is IPS of 98 batch and IAS 99. So many years he is in IAS. We are in touch with him. He used to visit also. Another student we remember, Sid Ahmed, 89-93 batch, CEO of VDOLT group of companies he started in USA, $2,500 million owner. Right? Last but not the least, just briefing, Andaleep Tariq, he has done BE Mechanical in 88-92, then he has done MTech, PhD, all from IIT Kanpur. Now he is the head of the department at IIT Roorkee, Mechanical and Thermal Engineering. So, if you see all this, I am very happy to place before you. Like that, so many students, alumni, I am giving you a brief for this one. Thank you very much for allowing me to present. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of team of Gausia College of Engineering, I request our convener of today's event, Dr. Dilshad Begum, to honor the young mind of our college, Dr. N.S. Kumar. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. On behalf of teaching and non-teaching staff, we welcome all the heads of various departments. ಉಕ್ಕಿನ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪದ ಉನ್ನತ ತಿಳಿವಿನ ಬೆಳಕು ನಿಮ್ಮ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಯಿತು ಅಸಾಧ್ಯದ ಸಾಧನೆ. ಸೃಜನಶೀಲತೆಯ ಹಾದಿಯ ಸಾಹಸದ ಸಂಚಾರ, ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಉತ್ಕರ್ಷದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಥೆ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆಯಾಗಿ ಮುಂದಿದೆ. ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಯ ಕೊಡಲಿಗೆ ನೀವೇ ಕುಶಲಕರ್ಮಿ, ರೋಜಗಾರರ ಹಸಿವಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯೋಜನೆ ಅನ್ನದಾಯಿನಿ. ಸಮಾಜದ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ ನೀಡಿದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತಿಕೆಗಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲಾದ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯ ದಾಖಲೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ದೂರದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕಠಿಣ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮದ ಮಾದರಿ, ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಹಂತ, ಹೊಸ ಹೆಸರು ಮಾಡಿದ ದಾರಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಮಹಾನುದ್ಯಮಿ. By dedicating these lines, I welcome our chief guest, Dr. Nagabhushan GR, former chairman of High Voltage Engineering, that is my department, IISc, for the August gathering. Please, sir.
I'd like to say that's very tremendous, impressive day today for me. I'm seeing so many young faces here. That's a very great pleasure indeed. Anyway, to start with, I would like to thank the authorities of this very good college, Gaussian Engineering College, namely Dr. Dilshad Begum here, Dr. N.S. Kumar, Dr. Umar Ismail Khan, Dr. Gurmurthy, my brother, and then Dr. Professor Ijaz Ahmad. They are all with me on the stage. They have been very impressive with their performances, particularly the long list of achievements. When I say long, it's not boring. It's very, very interesting, very impressive list of achievements that the college has achieved in the last many years. I must really compliment all the faculty here who have been responsible for this primarily. Now, what I would like to say today is that today you have come here to celebrate the graduation, to receive the degree certificates. I think it is a very great achievement that you have got in your life. I should say that we should have a look back on the so-called education that we have got all our life, maybe 25 to 30 years or maybe 20 to 30 years of our life in your lives. What is it that you have seen? As a very young child, your parents started teaching you alphabets and then numbers and then writing only one alphabet of this. Started in such an elementary, unimaginably elementary manner. But if you look back, if you are today what you are, the start is there, like the roots. And then you have got through formal education, pre-primary, so-called kindergarten or pre-primary, primary, secondary educations, and then higher secondary education, then pre-university education, and then a degree. You have got the degree. You have come to level of getting a graduation today. That's a great achievement in your lives. Now, what does it mean? In your earlier education, you learned things which were already known, but which you did not know. You learned them. So they have learned things which were already known. But once you are coming to a level of graduation, it means that you have reached a level of understanding of whatever you have learned till today. You have understood that. Now you are able to understand things on your own. You don't need a teacher. But there are again two levels. To understand how to go further, you have got a master's degree after the bachelor's degree. In the master's degree, you have to be trained to understand yourself and go ahead. Go ahead. What?
No, I'll hold it.
Okay. You have to try to understand and go further. Improve the knowledge on your own. Develop the knowledge on your own. So in the master's degree, you will see that you have got, apart from the courses, a project work. In the project work, you need to do some thinking on your own and develop something on your own. That's a very, very important step in the higher level. Now after that, if you think of the PhD degree, what is it that you do? You do all the thinking on your own. The guide is there, definitely. He is occupying the ivory seat, no doubt. But the main thinking has to come from your side, and you are developing knowledge for the first time in certain selected areas. So now you have started learning yourself something which was not known earlier. It was not known earlier, but you have started learning yourself. You are developing new knowledge that's worth understanding, worth knowing. So that's why you get a doctor of philosophy, doctor of science, etc. like that. Now you have reached a stage where you have done the graduation level. Next you go to the master's level, then the doctorate level. Now I really appreciate that this is a very important achievement you have got in your lives. I request you all to look forward to the next stage of your life. Either maybe go to higher studies or take a job. What are the types of job you can think of? Here you have to know one thing. You see, it can be, I'm speaking the very broad level, so therefore it can be politics, it can be higher education, it can be science, further science, and then commerce. Now here I'm reminded of a statement of a great divine personality. The statement is that politics without principles, science without humanity, education without character, and commerce without morality, they are very, very dangerous to the society. I think we must keep it in our minds. This is a statement by a very great divine person, and I think it is worth remembering all our life and follow this. It should not be dangerous. Therefore, we must be very careful that if you enter politics, you must not forget the important principles. And then if you go to science, humanity must not be forgotten. And then education, if you go to higher level, character must be there. Character must be there. Commerce, again, there must be a good level of morality. I think these are very essential features of your future life, and I wish you all a tremendous, successful, interesting future. You are all very young. You have come to a level where you have learned whatever has been learned. But now you are ready to learn and improve the learning, improve the knowledge, improve the science or engineering or whatever it is, improve it further on your own, which will be learned later by the youngsters. So now you are going to put a step further into a very major aspect of life. I wish you all a tremendous success. I wish you all a tremendous success. I wish you all a tremendous success in your future. Thank you very much. Thanks. What can you tell about your lightning control? Voltage, high voltage. Okay. I have been asked to talk a little about my work on lightning related aspects. Now you see, is there anybody here who has not seen lightning? Raise the hands. I will not see any single hand here. Everybody would have seen not once, many, many times, not countable, many, many times. What is this lightning? What is this lightning? Lightning, Benjamin Franklin found out that it's an electrical discharge. If it's the electrical discharge, where does the electricity come? From the cloud. That means the cloud is getting electrically charged. So what are the processes which lead to this charging of these clouds? And then secondly, what encourages it to come down as a spark? Remember, what we see as a lightning is a huge spark. In fact, I should say, strictly speaking, an arc. Spark and arc, they are slightly different. I'm not going to try to go into these subtle differences. Now, therefore, so it comes down as a spark. Now, where did this charge come from? What's the source of energy for that? The charge, where did it get collected? Now, these are things, which are very, very interesting and which has attracted the attention from Franklin onwards. Till today, even now, I cannot say that knowledge is complete. It is still not complete. There is another interesting, very interesting aspect which most of you would not be knowing. Now, along with lightning, there is one more associated phenomenon. Above the clouds, below what we call the lower atmosphere, lower ionic sphere, in that space, probably around 40-50 kilometers, there are discharges which are very broad and then very mild light, which we call glow discharges lighting. They are called blue jets, tendrils, etc. They are the technical names. I will not go into the details. They are large discharges. The lightning takes the current from the cloud to the ground. Now, this discharges what are known as transient luminescent events from the cloud right to the lower atmosphere. Now, why is this happening? Now, the lower atmosphere, lower ionosphere has got a positive charge which is leaking continuously to Earth. That is replenished by this lightning phenomenon. That's one thing. Now, to see the effects of lightning, lightning consists of a very, very huge current. It is initiated by a very high voltage. Remember one thing, voltage initiates the discharge and the current is what we see through the lightning stroke, which is very dangerous. Now, aircrafts are hit by lightning, it can get damaged. It has been happening from a long time, but over the last maybe 4 or 5 decades, many techniques have been developed to prevent damages. So the lightning occurs to selected points which are made attractive to lightning. We cannot avoid lightning. Nobody can avoid lightning because the voltages involved are minimum of a few million volts to almost 200 million volts. Because of this high voltage, the pressure is so much, the current has to flow down. There is no option for that. And secondly, for the charge equality of this whole sphere, global sphere of the Earth, the current carries the charge down to the Earth. It must happen. There is no choice. It must happen. It must happen. It must happen. That's all. Now, once this current, high current strikes, it can cause many, many types of damages. If it strikes a human being directly in an open field like this, large open like this, if there is a single individual, when I say large, must be 10 times larger than this field. If a person is individually there, he can be struck. That's what's called a direct stroke, and it can be terribly fatal causing. The man is almost 100% sure to be dead. But luckily, the chances of this are hardly 2 to 3% of the total number of fatalities. The second is very important, very, very important. I am glad to talk a little about this. One person should not take rest under trees. Should not take rest under trees under rainy and thunder cloud conditions and lightning causing conditions. Nobody should take rest under a tree. Because when the lightning hits a tree, the current flows through, produces voltages everywhere. If a person is standing, he can be hit by this current, what we call a side flash, from the tree to the person. In fact, there are photographs of this available here. Also, if one stands close by, not very close to the trunk of the tree, even if he stands close by, about let me say 1 or 2 meters or 5 meters away from the trunk of the tree, the current flowing in the crowd produces voltages, And that voltage, if a person is standing with two legs apart, it develops a voltage, current flows up through one leg, comes down through another leg. So this can also cause fatalities or injuries. Lightning caused fatalities or dangerous or injuries. Now this is nearly 50 to 60%. Now again, let me repeat, you should never take, if you will tell all your friends also, particularly in the villages or relatively uneducated people, not to take rest under trees, under lightning-like conditions, not to take it. In fact, recently, if you have seen in the papers, there was reports that some 2-3 people who were standing under the tree, they died because of a lightning stroke. Should not happen. But remember, this is almost 50 to 60% under trees or in the proximity of the trees. Now the third one is, suppose in the open yard, you have got a long metallic wire supported by metallic things. For example, for drying up cloths. Now should not touch it. Should touch it. When the lightning strikes, the current through that enters in through one pole, flows through the wire and flows to the ground from the other one. So if anybody touches it, for example, for putting the cloths for drying, it can cause a current to flow through the human body and cause severe injuries. So these are typically some of the injury-causing effects of lightning. Now, how to avoid lightning? You provide a preferred path. Lightning prefers to strike the tallest object in the vicinity. Tallest object in the vicinity. That's why, in fact, if you go to Franklin, he started putting a rod on top of the building and then connect it to ground through a metal conductor. So we have got what's called the air terminal, which is preferred object for the lightning to strike, but the current must go down to earth. So allow a conductor, it's called a down conductor, and allow it to distribute the current in the ground. So it's called the earth system, air tunnel system, down conduct system, and earthing system. So this is how buildings can be protected. This rod is known as a Franklin rod because he invented that. Okay, and then when you have got large buildings, one rod is not enough. You'll need maybe dozens of rods. So otherwise they can have a mesh on top of the building. Like that, there are some improved options. Starting with the Franklin rod, there are so many options. If you have got an aircraft, it can be hit by lightning very often. Particularly if you think of a fighter aircraft, you cannot avoid it going, if there's a war going on, the fighter aircraft has to fly. If the lightning, whether or not, it has to fly. So provide a preferred point of strike. That's way it is. Provide sharp points. If, for example, in front of the radome, that's what's called the nose tip, the wing tips, the fin tips. So these are preferred because they're tallest and sharpest. And then allow the current to come down, provide some preferred down counting paths. This is for aircraft. For residences, rods. For persons, avoid trees, avoid single large areas individually like that. Now, for example, if you think of an aircraft, how do you know that the system you have developed is good enough? We have got what's known as the lightning test facility. What is it that you have in that facility? Primarily, please, this is an important point for you to know, is always the current which does the damage. It's always the current which does the damage. Please remember once again, it's the current which does the damage. If you touch a power line, it's not the voltage which does the damage. The current which flows through the human body, that's the damage. That gives a shock. It can cause an injury, local injury, or even death. So, how to prevent the current from the residential areas, rods, aircrafts, preferred points like this. Now, to test these things, we have got what's called a lightning test facility. Here we have what's called a high current generator. High current generator, where I have developed one. It was developed for the Aeronautical Development Agency in Bangalore, where they are responsible for development of the light combat aircraft, so which has been done very, very successfully, very, very successfully. And the lightning testing was done in our laboratory, which has been termed the Lightning Test Facility. We have got a 4 megawatts lightning voltage generator, but that is only secondary importance. Primarily, we have got what's called a lightning current generator, which can generate up to almost 300,000 amperes. Can I take it out? Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So, it depends upon the object length. Therefore, the current can be anywhere limited to around maybe 50 kiloamperes or 50,000 amperes. It can go right up to 300,000 amperes depending upon the object length, inductance. That's what I really mean. Object length means inductance. Therefore, we have got current generator which can go up to 300,000 amperes on a relatively short length through the at the output of the generator. Now we inject this current through the object under test and then see what happens. Is it acceptable or not? For example, if you think of an aircraft, the most dangerous part is the radome tip, nose tip. And then we have got the wing tips. If it's a wing tip, in military aircraft, to save weight, fuel is stored directly in the wings. Normally, fuel used to be stored in tanks, which was kept in the belly, lower part of the belly of the aircraft. But nowadays, to save the space, to save the weight, to reduce the weight, it is kept in the wings. And in fact, in fighter aircraft, fuel is stored directly in the wings. Now, if the lightning hits the wing tip, then from the wing tip, it flows along the wing and then to the aircraft center portion, middle body, and then goes to ground. Now that is very, very likely to cause explosion of the fuel, which is definitely dangerous. It can cause total explosion of the aircraft. It can go into ashes. Then how to prevent that? What we have done is, at the wing tip, you provide a sharp point, and then take a conductor which goes through, and then at the belly, take a conductor which is pointing downwards. So what you have to do essentially is provide an attractive portion, attractive point for lightning to get attached. Then provide a conductor to take it comfortably in a convenient, safe manner, and then allow it to go to ground. So you have got air terminal system, conductor system, and then earthing system. So this is the general principle of protection against lightning. In the lightning test facility, we have got a current generator which can go up to 300,000 amperes, as I told you. Depends upon the object length. We have tested light combat aircraft of ADA, which has been extensively used in defense these days. We have tested that very, very extensively. We have done probably almost 1,000 tests for various parts, because when the lightning flows like this, it currents a magnetic field and electric field. That should not damage the electronics, because all the all the aircrafts are now controlled by electronics. Therefore, the electronics must not get damaged. So, for that, there are other tests, which are standardized there. There are dozens and dozens of tests. We have conducted all of them. It is very, very safe. Under all conditions, it is safe. HAL Bangalore, HAL Lucknow, HAL Hyderabad, all of them have sent their components that they are developing. We have subjected them to very extensive tests for lightning under various conditions. Various currents, maybe 50,000 amperes, 100,000 amperes, 200,000 amperes, whatever it is. So luckily, we have been able to successfully develop procedures to prevent damages to all these objects. Now I should say it was a God-given opportunity for me to develop this facility. It is unique in the whole world in certain aspects, absolutely unique in the world. It was a God-given opportunity, and by luck I could really manage that. Now with this, I think I will say once again, let me wish you all young people a very, very bright future. Very, very bright future. Be very honest, very hardworking, very sincerely hardworking, and you will certainly have a bright future life, enjoyable life. Wish you all very, very happy life. I must again thank here my colleagues here who gave me this wonderful opportunity of being with you and being with them. They have given a wonderful hospitality to me. It's very, very, very interesting, and I'm very much impressed. I will never be able to forget this wonderful occasion. Thank you all. Thank you, every one of you. Thank you, every one of you. All the very best to you once again.
It's an honor listening to you, and thank you for setting up the atmosphere lightening. Yet another, I'm very much privileged to introduce a person who is from my fraternity, a teaching fraternity. Unluckily, I couldn't get the chance to work with him, but yes, I got a chance to listen from him. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to Dr. Gurumurthy GR, ex-former faculty of EEE department, my department, for the guest gathering. Please, sir.
Mr. Umar Ismail Khan, Administrative Officer, Mr. So I think you're a doctor, no? Not Mr. Ajaz Ahmad and Dr. Dilshad Begum, Principal, Professor N.S. Kumar, and Dr. Javed Akhtar, Head of the Department, Electrical Engineering Department, because I was here for 6 years. So all the guests, invited guests, and persons on the dais and off the dais, and ladies and gentlemen. Now, I have BE from BMS College of Engineering and PhD ME from High Voltage Engineering Institute of Science, same High Voltage Engineering department where my brother functioned as faculty, and also I am a technocrat, means had my own industry to start manufacturing and supplying indigenously with indigenously available material for applications in high voltage engineering, like high voltage testing transformer, impulse generators, and other measuring devices and other equipments. So I was here as faculty from this year. 2001 to 2007, and during this, in 2003, I got an offer, that is from the Science and Technological Department, a permission and an offer to visit foreign country for presenting some papers. So I went abroad during 2003 and presented paper in conferences and returned. After return, they wanted me to provide us a report. So I provided a report and they were all very well accepted. So I wish you all of you who are wanting to become faculties and want to continue in the Department of Education for your jobs, so you can approach these organizations for your furtherance of your abilities, and you can get recognition for your abilities. And totally over 35 years industrial experience as a technical entrepreneur. Design, what all I did in brief: design and manufacture of special HV testing, measuring and other special equipments to customer specifications. So the customer wants whatever product he has done, he has to verify the performance before the manufacturer wants a testing facility for testing whatever products he has manufactured, so that his clients accept what's called acceptance test, and you prove the performance of whatever you are manufactured to deliver to your customers. Okay, I have also has the experience designing and implementation of special grounding arrangements required in high voltage laboratories, which Professor Nabhushna mentioned. We also developed the same thing, and based upon the knowledge already available in the high voltage engineering specialization. And 11 years and 5 months as Professor VTU, 6 years in GCE, Ramanagaram, and 5 years and 5 months at B&M Institute of Technology, where I functioned as a professor and head of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. From 1st August 2013 to 25th September 2006, I was visiting professor at Oxford College of Engineering, Bangalore. So areas of interest I pursued were high voltage engineering in insulation coordination, HVAC and HVDC power transmission. Yeah, these are the subjects which were afresh introduced when we started teaching. So HVAC power transmission and HVDC in special, HVDC power transmission, a transient phenomenon in HV transmission lines and HV power transformer and other equipments, breakdown phenomena in gaseous, liquids and solid insulating materials, electromagnetic interference, electromagnetic compatibility, power electrons, converters and others. A design and manufacture of HV test equipments, measuring devices and special testing equipments such as testing stator coils of motors and generators. We have at Towe Denki Power System near, near Tumkur, there is an organization, TDPS. They are manufacturing generators. You would have learned how these generators are made. They consist of many coils in the stator, and the rotor with the magnetic field rotates and generates in the coils of the which are stored in the stator. So these develop during the process of functioning what are called transient motors, and it is called switching operation surges. So you have to develop equipments for testing those coils, generator coils and motor coils for testing, and develop equipments for testing indigenously. If you want to have a testing facility from abroad, and you can have, but it will be very costly. It will be somewhere like 6 to 8 lakhs, whereas those will cost some 30-40 lakhs. So sort of a import substitution items, quite a few I have made. So research students under guidance, of course, former HOD, Ansar, now I made him understand R&D, research, what is required. To make him understand, I sat with him continuously for weeks together and explained him a publication which we are going to publish in conference in America. So he accepted, and he was able to understand what is research in application, in research in education institutions, and in the process you can also develop, as I said, for application in industries. Okay, so in the process, 2 research students have been awarded PhD degree in JNTU. One student has received MS engineering degree, and one student has submitted thesis for then. He's already achieved Jain University, and she is working in near Arsin Kuntev Engineering College. She is, I think, associate professor for the present, Kusma Devi. Now, important programs presume performance attained. So, new design layout of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Laboratory for 8th semester B degree course BTU EEE Department GCE Ramanagaram, end by December 2001. I have made my equipment, they are there, you can see them. Especially electrical students will know it, but others, if you want, if you have an interest, you can see the equipment there. HVAC testing facility, HVDC testing facility, and also voltage divider for measurement of this, and also one especially the then HOD wanted to impulse testing also, what lightning for performance verification under lightning conditions. That facilities also is there in the electrical engineering department, and the HOD, Ijaz Ahmad and HOD will be able to tell. It's Java Daktar, yes. Okay, implementation new design layouts. NBA accreditation of Department of Electrical Electronics, GCE Ramanagaram. This accreditation we have achieved twice in my stay here for 6 years. And MTech program in Power System Engineering and R&D Center recognition as per VTU norms. Again here, R&D Center recognition as per VTU norm, EEE Department, GCE Ramanagaram. September 2004. So R&D Research Center recognition as per VTU norms at B&M Institute of Technology, Bangalore. It was recognized on 4th October. Then from here I went to BNMIT Bangalore as HOD of Electrical Department. So R&D Research Center recognition as per VTU norms at BNMIT, 4th October 2008. Chairman Board of Examiners, of course for VTU I was Chairman Board of Examiners for 1 year, 2008, 2009 EEE branch, that is serving the university requirements. And ISO certification BNMIT as HOD E&E Department, March 2010. So many, in addition to that I have many publications. Of course it will not match my elder brother, but we have the voice. We had developed some testing facility for this thing. It is not as big as the Institute of Science or the facility that can achieve. We will get grants from Department of Science and Technology, DRDL, and so on organizations. But still, we have done some these developments, and their publication, national conference, seminars, and training programs have been conducted. So with this, what I would like to tell is, I want almost all of you pursue your postgraduate and PhD degrees. That will only give you an ability, you develop an ability in you to develop new items, new requirements. Develop ability in you to develop new items, new requirements, indigenous. So thereby you are serving your organization, the country as well. So and I would like to thank for all the cooperation and extending me to speak here. Thank you all. Thank one and all. Thanks.
It was a master in inspiration, sir. Thank you for your golden words. अपनी कमजोरियों को ना समझो ताकील, अपनी कमजोरियों को ना समझो ताकील, हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील। तुम करते रहो मेहनत और रखो खुदा पर यकीन, तुम करते रहो मेहनत और रखो खुद पर यकीन, इन्नल्लाह मअ साबिरीन। संभालो खुद को, नहारो हिम्मत, अब मंजिल है करीब, संभालो खुद को, नहारो हिम्मत, अब मंजिल है करीब, नस्र मिनल्लाह व फतहुन करीब। Now to preside this function, we have a stalwart whose legacy in education echoes the ideals of the late Dr. Mumtaz Ahmad Khan. Let's applaud Janab Umar Ismail Khan Sahab, Honor Secretary, GIET, the torchbearer of the alumni movement, for his presidential remarks. Please, sir.